So today we are at Woodford Golf Club. Now I'm really late. I'm about 25-30 minutes late. It might be all closed up. So let's see what goes on here. I already reviewing it and said it's got dog poo all over the place.
I've never been over there.
You've never been over there?
Literally just through the shop.
Okay, cool. Right. So we're at Woodford Golf Club. It just looks like any other place, like a park. So you're in a park and you have access to play golf. That's basically what it is, just a park. But so far, impressions are good. I've got no real complaints at this stage. I was a bit apprehensive because when I looked at the reviews online, what the reviews said is that there's dog shit everywhere. So I questioned the lady, asking her, is there dog shit all over the place? She came back to me and said, no, well, not that she knows of, she's just receptionist, blah, blah, blah. So basically passing the buck, she hasn't got a clue. But right, we're not sure where we tee off from. We do know that we're in the right place, but there's two humps. And I'm not sure, it's similar, exactly similar to terms in terms of you get there, you know you're teeing off from here, but where on the tee you tee off from, you have no idea. I can see the flag in the distance. I'm making an assumption that it's going to be the one in front, simply for the fact that on the scorecard, the numbers are different. But there's no markings at all. It's pure guesswork. This is a classic example of little things that can be done, like signage, to make it much better for you to use a golf course. Now, I expected this golf course to be bad, and I prepared myself for it. But so far, it's not as bad or anywhere near as bad as Thames Ditton. So let's start this game off. I'm going to start from where I think you should start on the first hole, but the marking could be much better. Right, guys, it transpires that I was in the wrong place. So 10 and 1 don't shoot off from the same place. And this is what I mean by signposting. If you're not from the area or play here regularly, you'll have no way of knowing. Okay guys, I've just finished the first hole. It's my worst ever score, but that's not what it's about. I think I just didn't take the first hole serious. Now this is definitely a park. My issue with these sort of places is this is much better than Thames by miles. I've only done the first hole. My issue is the price that they charge. This is a place you come to practice, to learn. I mean, yeah, it's okay-ish, but really, guys, really? Is this how much you're charging for this? But no, but it's a lovely park. I would come here with the family day out. I just think if you want to introduce people to golf, you've got to price it reasonably. And I just think that this is outpricing more people joining the sport. So that's my issue that I have at the moment. I think the pricing isn't right. Yeah, signposting is a problem here. It's not as bad as Thames Ditton, but it's definitely a problem. I cannot figure out where the next hole is. Little things like at the tee, putting something at the side, pointing, could make a lot of a difference. It's a lovely park. It's a lovely day out. Yeah, it's just a park with a golf course in it. It serves two purposes. It's fairly maintained. There's a lot of people walking by as well because it's a general park. There's not much to say, to be honest with you. Would I come here again? I could tell you already, no. It's just, we're talking about value for money here. And these places like this, they're trying to make everybody happy. But where you start questioning is when you have to pay the same amount of money that you could pay to go somewhere where it's just that top-notch different. So if I was learning to play golf, this is what place I would come to. And I'd expect to pay like £7. That's the honest truth. Probably £9 max. I'll even push it a tenner. A tenner, learning ground. Anything over a tenner, there's better places to go and spend your money. That's my opinion anyway. You know what? I've got to say this. There's nothing more annoying than when you come to an area that you don't know. It's not your regular, it's your first time there. And you're going to spend a lot of your time trying to figure out where the next tee is. I find it frustrating. And you don't want to walk too far because you're not sure where you're going. So I'm doing the same thing now. So simply what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. There were two guys playing behind me. I'll let them play through and I'll just follow them. That's the best way to do it. Because this sort of me searching where the next hole is, there was a signpost saying 3T through here. But how far am I supposed to walk? Really, how far am I supposed to walk before I realize I've gone the wrong way? Guys, signposting it's not the hardest thing in the world. It's definitely not the hardest thing in the world. Yeah? Okay, sorry guys. I had some technical difficulties today. That won't happen tomorrow. We'll have them all sorted. So I didn't take as much footage as I normally do when I'm reviewing a golf course. Now, I must confess, today is the first time in a long time I had an abysmal session. I mean, I was getting 10 and 9 on some holes. I was hitting the ball, it wasn't going in the air, I was misclipping it. So personally, I was having a mare of a performance today. And to add to that, I think I only had about 9 balls left in my bag. I really should have bought some more balls, and I lost all the balls by the time I got to hole 6. So after hole 6, it was a wrap for me. The day was over. Anyway, that's not enough about me. Let's talk about this course. This course has got some issues. Issue number 1, it's a communal park. So what happens is you've got a lot of people on the park as well as golfers. Now, a lot of the golfers are shouting for people to get out of the way because it's such a lovely day out here. Everybody wants to have a good time. And people that are being merry in the park don't give 2 tosses about people that are playing golf. So you can see that already. The golfers are getting a bit frustrated and they're telling people to move out of the way. Now, it's in good condition. It's not in the same condition as an Epping or a Middlesex, but it's in fair condition. It's a park. So you have to accept that it's a park and it's not going to be like everywhere else. Another thing that I need to note as well, there needs to be signposting. So it's not, a lot of the people that play there are regulars, so they know where everything is and they're walking around. But for new people coming, you don't know where stuff is, and it really is confusing. So in the end, I just said, you know what, mate, go in front of me, let me follow you, because if I follow you, I'll know where the next hole is. But I was having a mare of performance every time I hit the ball. I mean, anyway, let's not even talk about that. I mean, that happens to all golfers. I was actually happy when I ran out of balls. Right. So to summarize, would I come here again? No. Oh, one thing I do want to say is that when I read the review on Golf Now, there was a comment on there that somebody was complaining about a lot of dog poo, and it really put them off. And that's why it had a low rating. Now, I must say this, there were dog walkers there, but I didn't see any dog mess. So I cannot attribute to what that guy has said about dog mess. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't see any dog mess, but it's just too many people in the park. And then the cost of this golf course is too expensive. For what it is, it's too expensive. This is a park, if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to play golf, come here, expect to play between £6 to £7. Actually, it's kind of, you know, it's maintained to a certain standard, so probably you want £9. But I wouldn't go over the £10 mark, even if it was a weekend, for what it is. And this is what upset me. And on top of that, you know, I don't know if this is true, so I'm speculating now, but speaking to one of the guys that's a regular here, he said that the membership is about 700 and something pounds. 700 and what? There's no way I'd be paying £700 for Communal Park. Now, I played with my boys on Sunday, and some of them have, you know, and some people have membership at that, and it's £495. Now, I am aware that when you go to a golf club, you can be paying £1,200, £1,500, some even £2,000. But definitely £1,200 to £1,500, you know, you can see that. But that's a golf club. This is a communal park. Imagine going to a normal park that's got a really, you know, it's got a golf, it's got a golf park, it's got a golf course within the park, but how much would you be willing to pay? Expect to see people walking their dogs, expect to see kids playing football, expect that you have to tell the kids to move out of the way. There's some kids playing football on the tee. So I don't want to exaggerate it, but I'm just saying in terms of what you pay. Yeah, so it's a good golf course. It's not as bad as Thames Ditton by any means, but the signposting is really bad. The only reason why I didn't feel the signposting as bad is because I made some people go in front of me, so I just followed them around. So all in all, I'm starting to get a little bit demotivated about these communal parks because I just think that they charge too much money for what they are. Now, to add to that, I normally attend Uxbridge Golf Course, which is a communal one as well. But I think my standards must be too high because at Uxbridge I would pay 12 quid and there wouldn't be a dozen or a million people there, and everybody there respected golfers. They knew when to stop. It was almost like a hidden language. People were telepathic. They knew. It was like a marriage made in heaven. This one is not a marriage made in heaven. It's like we're heading for the divorce courts. Anyway, guys, that's my wrap up. I'm sorry that you're not going to see any footage of my lovely right swing, but I did really bad today. I think I need to go home and just have a nice cold drink and hopefully... Right, tomorrow we're going to Aldenham. Oh yeah, guys. Now, can you please like and subscribe if you like my stuff?